Welcome to another edition of Sudoku and Variants, where I teach you how to solve Sudoku and Variants the easy way. Today we are looking at a variant called 0 through 9. This is an easy level and so should not produce too much issues. First off, I am going to look at each row, column, and 3x3 grid to see where only one number could go. However, the rules should be stated first. Sorry. I'm eager! Just call me Eager Beaver today. Thanks. Joking. The numbers 0 through 9 is put in each row, column, and 3x3 grid without repeating any numbers. However, there is this little box with a line through it. Notice that a number can be put on either side of that line. This means that two numbers will both be valid inside that box. Let's look at row 2. Counting from 0, I see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. How this works is that this 6-1 combo will be valid for the column 2 as well. This means that no other 1 or 6 can be in column 2. No other 1 or 6 can be in the 3x3 grid on the upper left either. Now that the rules have been established, we will go over to the far right 3x3 grid and fill in the 3. Because I think that those with developmental delay disorder might be able to do this one. I'm going to count. I count 0, 0, 1, 2, 3 is missing, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then I fill in the 3 in the empty box. And that is what I did up there. Moving on to column 4. I see a 2. Yeah, I will count from 0 and find the missing numbers. 0, 1, 2, 3 is missing, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Because only the 3 is missing, I know that the 3 goes in this box. Let us look at row 5. It begins with 3. I count again, beginning with 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 is missing, 7 is missing, 8, 9. This means that one empty box gets a 6 and the other empty box gets the 7. We will use crosshatching to figure this out. Look at column 8. Do you see a 7? A 7 or a 6? Yes, I see a 7. 7. This means I cannot put another 7 here. So I put the 6 here instead. And I put the 7 in the other column, column 9. Moving on to column 9, I will count and see that I have a 0, but am missing the 1. I also do not have a 3. And because I am only seeing 2 blank boxes, I know I only need the 1 and the 3. I, I will look at row 4 for a 1 or a 3. I do not see one. I now move on to row 6. Do you see a 3 here? Yes. This means I must put a 1 here because I cannot put 2 3s in the same row. This also means that the other box gets the 3. Taking a quick look here, let's look at column 1. I count 0, 1 is missing, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is missing, 7, 8 is missing, 9. Now I need to put in a 1, 6, and 8. I look at row 4 and do not see a 1, 6, or an 8. I will now look at row 6 and I find a 1 and a 6. This means I must put the 8 here. I look at row 9 and see an 8. I do not see a 1 or a 6. This means we cannot put those numbers in yet, but can do pencil markings. Which in this case I just call markings as I'm not using a pencil. The 1, 6 pair is called a naked pair, but you do not need to worry about what it is called. All this means is that there is 2 boxes that can only take the same 2 numbers, and no other number can be marked in on those boxes. At least not legally, according to Sudoku rules. Would I want to mark a 9 because there already is a 9 in that box. Looking at row 1, I count 0 is missing, 1, 2, 3 is missing, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is missing, 9. So I need a 0, 3, 8. Looking at the first 3x3 grid, what number do you see that we are looking to put into the grid? Do you see the 3? So can we put a 3 in this grid? No? You are correct. We cannot put a 3 here because we already have a 3 here. That leaves us with 0 and 8. I check out column 2 and do not see a 0 or 8, and I recheck row 1 and the 3x3 grid that I am inside of, and cannot put a 0 or an 8 yet. I move over a grid and look if there is an 8 or a 0 here. Do you see a 0 or an 8? Because I see an 8 in this grid, I know I must put the 8 over here instead. Column 2, row 1 gets the 8. And now we try to place the 0 and the 3. I will look at columns 5 and 6 and try to find a 0 or a 3. I do not see any, so I mark a 0 and 3. Looking at row 3, I count and see I am missing a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I am missing the 9. 0 and 9 is missing. I look at column 2. and see the 9. So I know the 0 goes in column 2 and the 9 in column 3. Moving over to the right, I count and am missing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, missing the 5 and 6 only. I see the 7, 8, 9. I look at column 5, and what do I see? I see a 5. I look at column 6 and see a 6. I put the 6 in column 5 and the 5 in column 6. Moving on to row 4. I count 0, missing 1, missing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, missing 7, 8, missing 9, missing. Now I do see a 1, 7, and 9 in the first 3x3 grid. I am going to count so I know what numbers are missing only in this first grid. 0, missing 1, and I see a 1. Oopsie. Remember my marks from before? Yep, I missed seeing the 1. I can put in the 6 there. And add the 1 down here. Recap and update time. I am missing for real this time the 0, 1, 8, 9. And in the first 3x3 grid, I need a 0 and 4. Now I look at row 4 and see the 4. This means I can put the 4 here in row 6. This also means that I can put the 0 in row 4. Moving to the right, I see I am missing a 1 and 9. If I look at row 4, I do not see a 1 or a 9. I will now look at row 6. I see the 1, so I know I must put a 9 here instead. And the 1 up here. Okay, row 4 is still missing an 8 and a 9. I know these must go in row 4 as there are no other slots available. I look at column 7 and try to find the 8. I see the 8, so put in the 9, and then put the 8 in column 8. Moving to row 6, I see that I am missing the 0 and the 2. I will look at column 7. Do you see what I see? I see a 0, so I must put the 2 in this column. This means the 0 goes next door. Moving to column 2, I count 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is missing, 6, 7 is missing, 8, 9. So need a 5 and a 7. I will look at row 7, and do you find a 5 or a 7? No, I didn't find one either. Look at row 9. Do you see a 5 or a 7? I found a 5. Because we cannot have two 5s in the same row, what number must go here in column 2? We are only missing the 5 and the 7. This means we must put a 7 here. And because column 2 is missing a 5 only, we put the 5 here. Now we are nearly finished, folks. I look at row 7, column 8. Let's count column 8. 0, 1 is missing, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is missing. 1 and 9 is missing, so I look at row 4. What number do you see? Yeah, I see a 9, but do not see a 1. So I put a 1 here. And put the 9 underneath, as that is the only other empty box. Looking at column 3, I count 0, 1, 2 is missing, 3, 4, 5, 6 is missing, 7, 8 is missing. So I need to place a 2, 6, and 8. I look at row 7. What numbers do you see? Now we need to put in a 2, 6, and 8. I see a 2 and 6. This leaves us with only the 8 to place in row 7. I then look at row 8 and see if I can find a 2 or a 6. What number did you see? I saw a 6. This means I put the 2 here and the 6 below it. Now we have that 3x3 grid all done. Moving on over to column 6, I still have my markings of 0 and 3. I count column 6 and find that I need, let's put this in, 0 missing, 1, 2, 3 missing, 4, 5, 6, 7 missing, 8, 9. 0, 3, 7 is missing. Now looking at row 7, I do see a 3. So I know I cannot put a 3 in row 7. I will now look at row 9, where I see a 7 and a 0. Because I am only missing a 0, 3, and a 7, and because I see the 0 and 7 in row 9, I know I must put the 3 here. This means that at the top of the row, I can put the 0. And in row 1, I can put the 3 in column 5. The 7 will then go in row 7, column 6. Remember, we only had to place the 0, 3, and 7 in column 6. Moving over to column 5. Column 5, row 7. Focusing on row 7, I see we are only missing the 0. I put it in after I stop mucking about here with the with the forward slash key. Row 8, we count and find we only need a 1. Doing the same for row 9, we see we only needed the 2 and fill it in. And we are done, folks. Whoops. Thank you for solving this one with me. Please like, subscribe, and share. I hugely appreciate it. And we did solve a 0 through 9 Sudoku variant. Thanks again and have a wonder day. Oh, wow. Yes, I can spell, folks. let's, let's try wonderful here. Yes, I can spell, folks. Folks, a wonder day. And have a wonderful day and bye.